Good morning.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, teacher.
We can wait a little bit for the rest and we start the class, okay?
Okay.
Okay, no problem.
Can you turn off your microphone, please? Okay, I think we can start right now. So good morning, everyone.
Good morning, teacher.
So how was your weekend, Carlos Alberto?
Okay, everybody. I really had a great weekend. I was prayed for all my family in Pereira. I was in the church with God and praying for all the world. I received I really bless you from the God. I was in the great
Okay. Okay, what about you, Dayana?
My weekend, fine, teacher. Starting, um, just studying in my house. Nothing more.
Okay, very good. And what about you, Laura?
Okay. Do you listen me?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you
Um.
turn off your camera, please?
Okay. One moment. Okay.
Ah,
Okay. My weekend.
yes. How was your weekend?
Um. On Sunday. I get out. With my parents and my sister to a restaurant of seafood. Um. And share my time the day and study and watch TV and no more.
Okay, no problem. Yes, for me too. I was studying all day, all the weekend because I have a lot of work to send, you know, in the forum. So let's start the class. So today we are going to talk about the cultural events. Let me share my screen. Okay. Can you turn off your microphone, please? Okay. Now we are going to talk about cultural events. This is the topic number 2. Okay. The benefits of learning about other cultures. Culture is all around us, from the food we eat and how we eat it, to what we wear, as well as in our individual and collective histories. It plays a role in how we communicate with each other too, which is why bringing culture into the language classroom is important. Giving students a cultural context in addition to language can help them visualize how language is used, and more importantly, for language teachers, can help answer the age-old questions of why a language does and what it does. So now we are going to talk about culture. Um, Tell me about, Carlos, how can you implement the culture in your English class? Write your answer into the chat, please. And Dayana and Laura too. So, write.
the
How,
chat teacher.
tell me?
Uh, Must I write on the chat about the culture?
Yes. Yes, write in the chat.
Okay.
How can you implement the culture in your English class? Okay. Okay, Carlos is talking about our places from the most important cultural events, the most popular food, and Dayana is talking about learning about our regionalist mode of dress, music, and religion. This is true. The culture is very important because it's not the same that we are talking about. For example, in my case, I am from Boyacá. Tunja is not the same than in the coast, for example, Barranquilla. They are wearing different kind of dress, they are eating different kind of food. So this is important. We need to start to talk about culture because it's important. It's not the same the American culture than in the British culture, for example. It's completely different. So we need to start to talk about culture with our students, for example, in the class. So how can you implement this culture in your English class when you become a teacher? For example, you, Carlos, can you write it in the chat again? And the same for Dayana and for Laura. Can you write it? How you can implement this kind of culture in your lesson plan, for example? What activities do you realize with your students? Okay, Carlos Alberto says, you must develop a brochure with images and songs from your region and talking about that. Excellent. Yes. What about you, Laura? Teaching pronunciation forms about regionalism compare mode of dress. Excellent, excellent. Because we can also ask to our students, they can bring different kind of dress from different places, and we can make a custom event or something like that. It's excellent. Okay. Laura, I have been thinking about it lately, and I think that culture is something that surrounds us all the time since we were born, and everybody have a culture. For this reason, it is necessary to use it in the classroom, and it is necessary to do activities that help us develop it and generate a context in the learning of this language. Excellent. Okay. I know you understand this topic very well because we have been study this in the university. So now let me share my screen again. Okay. Now we are going to see a video. This is my email. Or let me check. Okay, this is a page that I found Colombia.com, and it shows the top 5 of customs and traditions in Colombian culture. So, we are going to talk about different kind of events. Colombia is a fascinating country that blends together the traditions of its European, African, and indigenous roots while constantly creating new customs to keep its culture unique. Here are 5 Colombian culture tips that explain that what makes the country magical. Colombian culture is a blend of its many and varied roots, and there are many aspects to its customs and traditions that are unique to its shores, and which captivity the thousands of visitors who travel to Colombia every year. So we have parties and festivals. Okay, and the pot gathering, el paseo de olla, like we say. Traditional grandmother's remedies. Christmas and holiday customs. Dance, of course. So, this one is parties and festivals. Colombia enjoys up to 18 long weekends every year, an incredible number of holiday Mondays offering residents and visitors the chance to travel, party, and celebrate whatever saint or historical event the long weekend commemorates. More often than not, a long weekend or holiday Monday will coincide with a legendary Colombian festival, and no trip to Colombia would be complete without sampling one of those. Visitors can pick up between the colorful Barranquilla Carnival, the Vallenato Legend Festival, the Cali Fair, Pasto's Black and White Carnival, Huilas Bambuco, and Folkloric Festival, Cartagena A Literally Festival, and many more. So, Carlos, can you write the pot gathering, please? Turn on your microphone.
Okay, teacher, can you teacher, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, teacher. For example, in the town when I live, it's very typical the gathering pot because there is a bit and the river is a place to enjoy with our families. It's typical in the general months. The all families from here go to this place and enjoy with the the dinner. The river is clean.
Okay, very good. What about you, Dayana?
Okay, teacher. I think that I think that it's its custom is important because we go to interact uh, with our family and friends also, and prepare rich food, um, and playing and take photos, and swimming.
Okay, very good. Yes. What about you, Laura?
Okay, I think that the boat gearing is so important because in this we have interact with our family, um, and sometimes we send see them, and in this we share time, talk, different things, and if we live in the city in Bogota is a different act, and it's important interact. I think the most important of this is the interaction of this type of activities.
Yes, it's true. For example, here I am in Tunja in this moment, and we don't have this opportunity to share with my family the pot gathering because we don't have river. So we like to go to the park and make some kind of um, I don't know. We share time with my family there. We don't have river. That is why we don't have this opportunity. But I did in the past, and it was an amazing experience because we can share with our family. We have time to eat delicious food. So it's a nice thing to do in our free time. So now they say something about traditional grandmother remedies. Do you know a traditional grandmother remedies, Dayana?
Yes, teacher. For example, with my grandmother, um, explained that uh, mm, mm, ¿cómo era? Ya se me olvidó.
What do you want to say? In Spanish, no problem.
Ah, en español. Ah, bueno. Por ejemplo, cuando nos decía que era bueno aplicar, o sea, pues no, no, ahora teacher, pero es que me olvidé.
It's okay, no problem. What about you, Carlos? Carlos?
Okay, teacher. For example, in my family, there is I don't know if this custom is a remedies from my mother, but I think it's important to talk about that because it's very typical in this region of the of, for example, if you want to have a good look, you must you must put on the door of your house. How do you say in Savila?
Okay. And what about you, Laura?
Yes. I
Yes, Carlos? Okay. And what about you, Laura?
Okay. I think that are important because it is about the culture, the family, the different things, and I think my central idea is that this custom um, um could be um, transcend from generation to generation. Um, um, for example, my my grandmother ha, was different costumes, different um, mm, traditional remedies, and my uncle um, uh, to has and in use in her 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 daughter her and and I think this is important because this help to stay the custom and that is act cultural um uh, stay.
Okay, very good. Yes, it's true. These traditional remedies are part of our culture. For example, in my case, I have problems when I have flu. So my father, in this case, um, brings me orange, hot orange, with honey. This kind of remedy helped me a lot with my chest. This is part of our culture, and it's important to continue with this tradition remedies, because for us working. So let's see. What about Christmas and holiday customs? What about you, Diana?
Okay, I think that Christmas and holiday customs represent our culture. And for example, when I celebrate Christmas, pues in December, with our family, prepare, um, what do you say, pavo, um,
Turkey.
turkey, and and sweets, and no,
Yes.
nothing more.
Okay. What about you, Carlos?
Okay, teacher. For example, in my family, the December month is a really good time to spend time with all my family. For example, we we pray we pray to Eve, all and New Year's Eve. For example, the last New Year's Eve, we get together and we had a great barbecue in the housing house.
Oh, excellent.
In this region, there is a celebration. There is a close a town when celebrate the carnivals events on January, and is the typical carnivals from the region of the country, right?
Oh, excellent. Okay. Um, so in my case, we celebrate here with a small party because we are just few of us. So we start to play music and dance, of course, and we eat a delicious food as Diana mentioned, turkey or chicken or whatever. But the most important is this kind of traditions. We have a good time and we share time with our family, friends, or relatives. So this is important. Okay. So now let's share the screen again. Here, the family celebrations are a good way to get closer to our children and take advantage of these moments to make them participate in the meetings so we can increase the confidence and the knowledge we have about them. In addition, family celebrations are a good way to enhance a sense of celebration for children, which has, among others, these positive aspects as cognitive, emotional development, self esteem, values, etc. So, for example, I have some examples here. In South Korea, they celebrate their birthdays with a small cake in a restaurant, and they drink special soup for that occasion. It's a chicken soup with some ginseng. They use a lot of ginseng for that, and this soup is special for them, and it's a tradition there. For example, if we are talking about the Chinese New Year, it's a spring festival. Um, we in America we celebrate the New Year the December 31st. In China they celebrate this in February. So this spring festival is different than here. They make a lot of different things and they are going to see their relatives and they have a good time and they eat a special food there. And for example, in Christmas Day in United States, they are celebrating the 25 of December, the Christmas day. Here we celebrate the 24th. They celebrate the 25th, the Christmas day. So these kind of examples are part of different kind of cultures. Okay. So now I want you to describe different cultural events of your city, country, or a different place that you know. For example, Carlos, um, can you describe a cultural event that you know?
Very well.
Carlos,
Okay, teacher, can you?
can you turn off your camera? Maybe your internet is a little bit weak today.
Hear me now, teacher?
Yes, now I can hear you better.
Okay. Okay. I spoke about the carnivals Ibai. Mm, this is, I think this is one of the most popular carnivals from Colombia. And this carnival received the name of the major popular event, and it celebrates on January every 2 years, and there is the perfect place to rescue to identify the beautiful culture about the Ibai. For example, many people think it's a bad celebration because they are celebrate but mentioned there are many events than the people celebrate. For example, there are two towns. There are closely, and the vibes means the united of the two places during the many time ago. Yes, and so the vibe is it means a really united between the two towns in this place, teacher.
Okay, very good. What about you, Laura?
Okay. I think that in my city have limit activities because um in Bogota we have different people of different zone to Colombia, but in general of country we have different activities um and like the festival um and fest that um have different activities with um concert and dance um dance cultural and one activity that I think that is curious is the temporadas and in these activities the people get up early and um, walk for or be um and they use I forget what they harina.
What do you want
¿Cómo
to say?
harina? Se me olvidó cómo se dice. Se
Floor.
dice wait. And drink different um things like aguardiente, que es
Yeah,
igual.
it's the same. Yes.
And this type of activities help to the people of the uh, city of year of share um, um share and introduce in his culture in this activity culture and participate in this type of events, cultural events.
Okay, very good. Yes, we can see a lot of different events in Bogota because this is the most important city in Colombia. So I remember the Rock al Parque. This is a good
Mhm.
event to for adolescent people or youngest people. So what about you, Dayana?
Okay, teacher. In Easter, we celebrate going to church with bouquets, incense for our God, um, for and bless our family, and we eat fish. Also, we celebrate party of coffee in represent at farmer expoined food, handcrafts, and matching handcrafts.
Okay, very good. Here in Tunja, for example, we have an event that is called the Boyacencismo Day. It's a day when all the people from the different schools, universities, they wear different kind of dress, like ruanas, alpargatas, and stuff like that. It's a nice day to remember that our culture is unique. So this is important for us because our culture cannot be forget. We need to always remember our culture and be happy for that and be good with that because some people they are afraid to share this kind of culture with the others. For example, I know people from Peru and they are happy to be Peruvian. They are very thankful for being Peruvian. And sometimes we, as Colombian, we always have this kind of things that we don't share our culture, and we need to be happy for our culture because it's unique, and nobody else can have this culture. So this is important also for the students. So now we are going to talk about different kind of family celebrations. This is also part of our culture. How does your family celebrate some events? For example, birthdays, Dayana?
We always celebrate the birthdays um, in family, always in house of my grandmother, prepare food, for example, chicken, gaseosa, em, ¿qué más? Eh, Balloons,
Yes.
um, and take photos.
Okay, very good. What about you, Laura?
Mm. In my family, we don't do some things. We we every year we um share a cake with my family, with my cousin, my uncle, my aunt. Um, um, take photos and share um, share moment because we don't meet some times in the year. Um,
Okay. What about you, Carlos?
Okay, teacher. I think the most important event from for my family is on Christmas Eve because we can get together celebrating the New Year's Eve, for example, food, chicken, and we have a barbecue and and the gifts for all. And another important event for me is, for example, the Mother's Day, because in particularly in my house, my my sister, my father, and me get together and celebrate this day for my mom, and we give her many gifts. My mother in this moment is really older, so I think every Mother's Day is very important for us.
Okay, very good. So we talked before about Christmas, Easter. Okay, we have some events here. Do you want to pick up one and explain about it, um, Dayana?
Mm, ¿Cómo así? ¿Que explique una imagen?
Un evento diferente.
Uh, eh, for example, in Halloween, the children celebrate of celebrate in these phrases,
Yes.
uh, and um, in these phrases
Customs.
and costumes. Um, mm, no,
Okay.
no.
They are asking for candies, no?
Yes, so candies.
Okay, very good. What about you, Laura?
¿Sobre cualquiera?
Yes.
Okay. Mother Day. This day is so important because um, they all everybody want uh, to share the, the love of we mother we and and uh, for this day we we share gifts
Yes.
and and sometimes some people um, give eh, serenata, supongo que sí, igual. Um, for and this way we we have to share the moment with the person because for for some people the mother is the um, principal of the family and we have to um, show that and and uh, to do um, that this person uh, feel important, um, feel the love that we feel.
Yes. Yes, it's true. Our mother is, for some of us, is the most important people in our lives. So that is why we celebrate a special day with her, and we bring some gift and some flowers for some people. Um, what about you, Carlos?
Mm, okay, teacher. I spoke about the Christmas Eve and Mother's Days.
Yes,
Now I'm going to talk about my last birthday,
yes,
but because I think it was really terrible because I was in the hospital. I was really sick in this moment. However, many people visited me, um, giving me many gifts, delicious food, giving me balloons.
yes,
Um, Now, I think the next happy birthday for me it's going to really great because we had many important reasons to celebrate because the next happy birthday I'll be in my house with my parents with my boyfriend, and I think it's a very important reason to celebrate this occasion.
yes. In my case, I have my son's birthday the next Sunday, I guess. And he is obsessed with the cake of Spider-Man. So in my case, I just we celebrate here together. We are just five, and maybe my cousin is coming, but I don't know. And we have balloons. Also, we have delicious food because my mother make empanadas. So all of us we are happy for that. And we have a cake and like Laura says gaseosa, and that's it. We have a good time. We share also a small time together as a family, and this is important for us also. Okay, now let me share again. We have here some different kind of events like a Woman's Day, Father's Day. Um, we have San Valentin, but we celebrate in September. I guess. In United States, they celebrate in February. We have Christmas and Christmas, happy anniversaries. We have a lot of different events that we can say they are like a cultural events for us because we celebrate in different way than the others. So this is important to have also. And now we are going to talk about food. For example, here we have different kind of breakfast. The English breakfast. It's a big meal. It includes such as eggs, tomatoes. Some people have milk and cereal. They like toast, pancakes, jam, or honey. They drink orange juice and coffee. The continental breakfast. It is a light breakfast. It includes various types of coffee, teas, juices, fruits, and all kind of pastries. French breakfast. It includes bread with jam or butter and sometimes croissants. They drink a cup of black coffee or hot chocolate. Children eat cereals. Hawaiian breakfast. It includes eggs, meat, hamburger or sausages, and rice. They eat tropical fruits, for example, papayas. They drink papaya or orange juice. Okay? In the other place, we have different kind of food. This food is from different kind of place. For example, pizza and spaghetti is from Italy. Fajitas from Mexico. Curry from India. Moussaka from Greece. We have gazpacho from United States. Hamburger also. Rice can we say than from Colombia also because we eat a lot of rice. Nachos from Mexico. So we have different kind of food that bring us also culture. For example, Diana, what kind of breakfast do you eat in the morning?
In my breakfast, I prepare coffee and bread with cheese, or also I add Kellogg's with milk.
Okay. What about you, Laura?
Okay, my breakfast are coffee or chocolate, bread, fruit, eggs of or sandwich, um, or cereal sometimes.
Okay. What about you, Carlos?
Okay, teacher. Mm, for example, I live in the region Paisa, so we had a typical breakfast. For example, uh, at the breakfast side, we had a typical food with arepa, eggs, and and my favorite food in the breakfast is calentado.
Yes.
It's a beans with a bit rices of the last year with hot chocolate and some chips.
Okay, very good. Here in my case, I always drink coffee in the morning to wake up. And after I drink chocolate, hot chocolate, scrambled eggs, and bread. This is my regular breakfast. I don't eat cereal because I don't like. Okay, So this is our session for today. I think we have a good time. Somebody wants something to say?
No, teacher, I think it's all okay.
No,
Okay. Okay. I hope you like the our session, and we have a lot of different topics here that I think is important for us to share and to be aware about our culture, because it's important to um, feel grateful for our cultural environment. And that's it. So we, I hope you have a good time, and we can see again our session. The next session is, I think, the 21st. Yes, 21st. So I will send you the link again 1 hour before, and I hope you can fill the characterization form. It's important for me also and for you. Okay, so see you in the next time. Bye bye.
bye, teacher. Thank you.
Bye,
Okay, thank
teacher. Take care.
Have a nice week.
you. Okay, you too.